Hi everyone, Aaron here for Zollotech, and with the introduction of the iPhone 16 series this past week, Apple introduced an all-new MagSafe compatible charger. This new charger looks very similar to what we had before, but it offers not only Qi 2 compatibility, but offers 25-watt charging on specific phones. So I thought we'd take a look at it, compare it with the original charger that I have here, and see what it's capable of. Now this comes in at $39 for 1 meter that we have here, or $49 for a 2-meter version. Let's go ahead and open it up. The packaging looks pretty much the exact same, and also Apple no longer sells the original version. So if we open this up, we'll take a quick look here, see what it looks like. We've got some product information in here, so a couple different information, regulatory compliance, and limited warranty. Nothing else inside the box. And then the charger itself this time around is actually braided. We also have safety and handling as well, but we have a braided charger, and that's how you can tell the difference. So you'll see this one on the left here is the previous one where it's not braided. The new one has a braided cable. So let's go ahead and remove this. So it's all paper packaging. Just comes out like this. There we go. And then we have the new cable. Let me set the packaging aside. So everything else is the same, but we have an all new cable on it, braided just like we have with different cables Apple has offered in the past. So they're USB-C to USB-C cable. Now what makes this different is it actually is capable of up to 25 watts. Now you will need a 30-watt adapter or higher. So I have one here, Apple's official 35-watt adapter that you can see here. And also if you charge it at a slower 20 watts, it's capable of doing the same thing the previous adapter was. So basically 15 watts on iPhone 12 and newer, or 7.5 watts on iPhone 8 and later using a 20-watt adapter. So if you have a 20-watt adapter still around, whether that's from a HomePod or something else, you can still use it with the latest charger. So let's go ahead and plug this in. Now I've run my iPhone 15 Pro Max down to 13%. We'll go ahead and plug it in and see how long it takes to charge, see if it makes a ton of heat, and see what it's like. So I don't think it will charge this one at 25 watts, but I thought we'd test it out, as if you do have an iPhone 16 with 25 watts, you can actually charge it to 50% in 30 minutes. Now I also have a meter I'm going to put in line to see what kind of speeds we get or power we get. I've plugged this side into my 35-watt adapter. We'll plug the other side into the meter here. It should turn on, and then we'll place this under the iPhone and begin charging. So let's go ahead and connect the MagSafe adapter. We'll go ahead and charge it for about 30 minutes. We're at 14% currently. And let's see what we get. So we should climb to 15 watts. We shouldn't be able to reach 25 watts with the latest adapter, except on the iPhone 16 models. So you'll see it's climbing to 10 watts, and you can see the actual wattage here. It should hit maybe 15 at the most, but it's going to depend on the overall battery, and there's temperature sensors as well. So we're just about at 15 watts now, and it looks like it's still climbing a little bit, going up and down. So you'll see it hit 17 watts. 18 watts, so maybe we can charge at 25 on this device. Let's go ahead and see what it does here. So we're currently charging at 18.5 watts, so that's actually coming from this meter here. It's passing through it, letting us know the wattage. So we're getting higher than 15 watts on here, which is a little bit unexpected, but again, let's give it a few minutes, see if it actually increases at all. Now, after 5 minutes of charging, we're still at 18.5 watts. So it's still pushing a faster speed than expected. Let's see if the iPhone's any hotter or anything. So we'll flip it over here. It's still connected, and we'll take a look at the overall heat. So on the back here, we're at about 85 degrees Fahrenheit or 31 degrees Celsius in certain places around the outside of the charger, right around 29 to 30. Or about 85 to 86 degrees Fahrenheit. So it's surprisingly cool still. It's still staying nice and cool, just sitting here. It's just a stock iPhone 15 Pro Max running iOS 18. So again, we'll continue to let it charge. We'll let it charge for 30 minutes and see if this actually drops down at all. At about 14 minutes, we've dropped down to about 14 watts. So there's temperature sensors in here from what I understand, and the phone definitely feels a bit warm now. So if we take a look with the temperature here, we're now at about 92 degrees Fahrenheit, and the charger itself is 97 degrees Fahrenheit or 37.2 degrees Fahrenheit. between 35 and 37. So definitely much, much warmer. I would expect it to slow down. Maybe it will increase again, but again, let's give it 15 more minutes and see what it does. At the 30-minute mark, we're at about 6 to 7 watts or so. We've only gained 36% charge from 14, so 22%, and the back of the phone is very hot. So let me go ahead and measure that just one more time here. You'll see we're at about, in the middle, about 37.4 degrees Celsius, or 99.5 degrees Fahrenheit. The charger itself is quite warm. So the charger's 99 degrees or 37.2 degrees Celsius, so very warm overall. And whether or not it's worth using such a large adapter for this, I'm not sure. So just using this adapter is what I have here. You'll see it's just the 35 watt. I probably would stick with the 20 watt if you just want to charge at slower speeds. That might save your battery on the older devices as they get really hot. But we did hit 18.5 watts. Now that this is cooled down, let's remove this here and let's switch over quickly to the older style that's capable of 15 watts and see if we get anything higher as everything's sort of cooled down. So we'll go ahead and connect this here, give it just a moment to ramp up and start charging. And let's see if we get any higher speeds. Since everything's sort of cooled down, we should be able to deliver a little bit better speeds, but not better than 15 watts, I would think at this point. So at this point, we're staying right under 10 watts with this adapter. Now I've plugged this back in. Let's go ahead and try out AirPods. Now my AirPods Pro are at a higher state of charge at 100%. These are currently 84% with the case. So if we place them on the charger, we should be able to charge the AirPods case itself, and we're at about ramping up to 1.1 watt. So I would not expect this to go very fast as we're close to a high state of charge. But in general, you can charge AirPods with it. I don't think you can charge an Apple Watch with it. This is an Apple Watch Ultra 2. Let's try it out though. I doubt that you can charge it, but I figured we'll try it. And with the Apple Watch, I would not expect this to charge though. You'll need an Apple Watch specific charger for it, but you can charge the AirPods on an Apple Watch charger. Again, with the old adapter, I'm at 12.5 watts or so. So let's go ahead and disconnect this one. We'll plug in the new adapter with the braided cable, same power source, and let's see if we can get the same thing. So see if we can bump right back up to 18. So we'll give it just a moment here and see if we get the same results. And you'll see just after a few moments, we're right back up to 18.5 watts or so. So the new one is definitely a little bit faster on the same charger. So that's pretty much all there is with the latest MagSafe. Of course, we have the braided cable as a way to sort of determine which version you have. But if you have the old charger, I'd probably stick with it, especially on the older devices, as you won't actually want to charge much faster due to thermal issues. On the newer iPhone 16 models, they supposedly solved some of this with a new thermal design, and we'll have to test that out. Let me know if there's anything else you'd like me to test with the charging or anything else, different adapters. I'd love to hear from you in the comments below. Of course, I'll link this wallpaper in the description like I normally do. And if you haven't subscribed already, please subscribe. And if you enjoyed the video, please give it a like. As always, thanks for watching. This is Aaron. I'll see you next time.